Alright everyone, so in the last video I went over the Germans and my style of looking, my way of looking at historical designs and putting them into the game. Now, I do not believe that the British had any 12-inch designs in 1936. They had the 14-inch designs of the King George V's, but otherwise it was all 15s. That's a sneak peek, don't look at that. So when, once again, don't look at that. When we look at this, we know this is a 15-inch. And the Renowns had 6 15-inch guns. So, yes, this is the correct one. The Germans had 11-inch guns. The Scharnhorst have 2 turrets, which is cool because those 11-inch guns were 9 in total. In 3 turrets. 3 guns in each turret. 3 by 3. Cool, right? Well, those guns are the 15-inchers of the Bismarcks. In which case, they only had 6 of those. So they look a little more like this. But instead, they have 1 extra turret module. And it's the same thing for their Grafspes. They should have, they only have 1 module slot for big guns, but that module slot is only, has the heavy battery, level 2, instead of the level 1. When they had 11-inch guns. Excuse me. That aside, what we are here today to do is look at the Renown class, because this is the British Battlecruiser. They have 2 of these. 2 of these, the Renown and the Repulse, as well as the Hood, but the Hood is a different design. We're not going to really talk about that too much here, unless we get to a point where we think that we need to. But what we are doing is we are testing this. Now, we have our first test. This is just to see if our battlecruiser here can withstand 1 of the heavy cruisers that are in vogue right now. And that heavy cruiser is this. 14 light attack, really it should be 12. But we have all the techs that are associated with fire control and stuff. So yeah, we have full this, damage control, fire control methods, and then we have this. So we have 14.4, which is cool. That's cool. Very cool. It also costs 37,000 or 3,700 to build one of these things, compared to what is essentially double for any one of these Renown classes. Now, first one that we are testing is the Renown class Fast. Now, this ship... Okay, so I should probably explain how the cruisers work beforehand. So, this cruiser works by you... Shit. Hold on. Okay, where was I? So, I just upgraded all the models because I meant to, and then I didn't. So, renown class fast. Now, the Hawkins here relies on speed. Now, I already did this to the other class on the French side, so that's fine. Just imagine it being this. So let me think. Okay, so the speed on this class helps tremendously when you do not have these things. Well, it helps tremendously anyway, but against the AI doesn't upgrade these things. So I assume that with these things, the Battlecruiser will win handily. And I hope it will. However, that may not be the case. So that's what the test is here to do. Now, the reason why the Hawkins class will win, the heavy cruiser class here will win, is because during the battle, it will have more light attack, which means that it will destroy the destroyers sooner. And that means that with those destroyers sunk, your side has destroyers and therefore has torpedoes, which means that you can deal torpedo damage without any retaliatory torpedo damage coming at you. So if you don't have any retaliatory, that you end up doing more damage to the battleships, battlecruisers, and such using this stuff, or using them. Using we'll call them light attack heavy cruisers. And because of their speed, they dodge shells a hell of a lot more easily. And that becomes way more apparent during the later stages when you have Cruiser Engine 2. Alright. Getting tired here. I've tried to record this video a couple times now. So, this, let's just save it this way, costs that much for 4090. So if we go 4090, and then if we go to our cheapest class, 68, okay, times 2, that's more than our most expensive class. Cool. And this does... Shut up, alarm. This is my weekend. I don't need to go to bed. Yes. Okay, cool. So, this production cost minus 10% works a hell of a lot better on something that's a lot more expensive than it does on something that isn't. So 2 of these things is a lot more than a renown class in any of its forms, which is cool. Now, we are going to be testing the renown class first, and this is a ship that tries its best to imitate the heavy cruiser here. It's trying to use its speed to its advantage at the cost of basically everything else, including the armor, and that's something important because the Hawkins class has heavy piercing of 22? 23.1. Don't know why it's saying that on the tooltip there. Which means that one-on-one, it's probably going to be pretty evenly matched because the Battlecruiser can be pierced. Yikes. Ugh. 1-on-2, that's, you're getting into the range where it's a little bit more even. The Battlecruiser will still win against 1 and against 2 simply because it has more heavy attack. And it will get more critical hits because it has better piercing. Well, really any piercing at all. But it has a shit ton of piercing due to its heavy gun as compared to the complete lack of armor on these things. They lack armor because they want speed. And it'll win handily against 2. But against 3, the speed is the only thing that saves it. It's able to retreat out of the battle. And that's the only thing that saves it. At least in my testing so far, and all of my testing hasn't involved really good hit chance, and I'm wondering how much that is going to affect the results. So, relies on speed. Yes, we get it. Mindless, we get it. This is the Renown class mid-heavy. Now, it's mid-range in terms of speed. It's really just eh. The armor is the same, but it has a hell of a lot more light attack because of these guns. It switches them out for the AA. And the anti-air is decreased, but you really only need like 12 on any given ship. And that's more, a little bit more than enough. Then we have the mid AA. Now this doesn't switch out these, instead it switches out the designer. And here we start seeing the armor go up and everything else go down. So the light attack goes down, the heavy attack actually goes up, and the heavy piercing actually goes up. But the speed continues to go down. And then here we trade all speed out for all sorts of heavy ass damage and armor. So we'll see which ones work best. I'm hoping that the mid-heavy and the heavy will dominate the destroyers on the other side. Oh, by the way, when I was talking about that 1-on-1 earlier, 1-on-2, 1-on-3, I literally meant that. I don't... No screens whatsoever, so no torpedoes. But I'm hoping that this... Whoops. Since this is one of the two cheaper ones, I'm hoping that the light attack will be enough to finally actually kill the destroyers. But this is the first time that I've actually done this with this amount of tech and this amount of hit chance and stuff. So we'll see how this turns out. Now, right here, we have the first renown class, and this is the fast. And it is going to go on to patrol in the Bay of Biscay. And over here, tab France as a sort of base to see if it can even withstand one of these heavy cruisers. We have the Foch, which has this design. Now, I don't have... you saw this design already. You can see it now. Get rid of it. Over here, we don't have any admirals, so this doesn't matter. We have naval refit yards, and this is for both of the nations. We have naval refit yards because we really want to be able to repair fast in between tests. And we have surface raiders so that we can retreat real fast if we need to. Screening bonus when using only capital ships. That's... we don't need that because we are using screens. The other thing is I've also done this so that I can, one of each, so that I have access to everything in these spots. I don't want, if I want to test something, then I want to be able to test something. And it doesn't matter in terms of advantage because they all have the same. Now, yes, so let's just resave this in case I didn't already. And now we are going to look at the cruiser here. Immediate battle. And it's looking bad for the cruiser. Okay, so we have more light guns. No, we have the same amount of light guns. The same amount. That's interesting. So 15 versus... Did I have 13? Tag England. I don't have any of this, right? Yes, that is correct. So 16 for what? Why? It has 12. Why does it have 16? What text do I have that the French don't? I have all of these, all of these. All of these, all of these. Tag France. Ah, okay, so Roik. That, just for the heck of it, that. Okay. Whoops. All of my testing now is invalid because of this thing. Please speed while retreating. Okay. So detection, that doesn't work passively. That doesn't work passively either. It's a module. Those don't have a naval thing, do they? Nothing that affects naval anymore. Okay. Let's see what that did for the light cruiser. 15.5. And the design is 14.4. Interesting. Why is that happening? There shouldn't be a difference, should there? Oh, is it because tag England? Design. Yeah, I have more light attack on this design because I went a different route on this. Okay. And this makes sense because they would want to produce their heavy cruisers a hell of a lot faster. The surface detection and the light attack doesn't really matter for them because they should already have max light attack. Anyway, that's enough tabs. Let's take a look at this battle. Alright. Wait. But that shouldn't be affecting this. What the fuck is affecting this? Because this is... Does Britain have anything besides this? Do I give them anything besides that? It's the thing that gives us this. Refitting speed, refitting cost, ship repair speed. That is so weird. Calculator restraint, maybe that's it. Tag France. Calculator restraint. Decision chance. I have all of this. Tag. And I have all of it. Weird! They have... That is so weird. This is the fast design, which means it has 12, yet it's getting 16.5. And I don't know why. A lot of it has to do with this and this. But the French shouldn't have anything different. So weird. Okay. Let's get this on. Get on with it. And let's slow time way down. So let's see what happens here. Now, immediately they start dealing more damage to us than we deal to them. But we have more heavy guns. Pretty evenly matched, huh? Ooh. Ouch. Okay. But we get sunk first. Then they get sunk. Are we going to sink the heavy cruiser? Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Oh, come on. Come on, no. One more. Fuck. That heavy cruiser lives to fight again another day. Okay, let's reload that save and do it one more time. Okay, we got another battle. And it's looking like it's gonna be roughly the same thing, maybe? We don't seem to be getting as many hits as we might. Although they are heavily damaging our destroyers. Looks like we're going to get a couple sunk. But they are going to get quite a few sunk as well. Ouch. Okay. Anytime those heavy guns hit, man. Boom. Another boom. Ah, no, 10 more damage. Ah. Yes! The Battlecruiser does it. Alright, let's see that again. Alright. Third time. Can the one heavy cruiser do it? He suffered a technical loss and a full loss already. Can he at least get another technical loss? We still got one full health destroyer. They are hurting on their destroyers. We just got how many hits? Oh, we're losing a lot more destroyers this time around. But our ouch. Yep, there we go again. Another hit. 10 more damage. Did we do it? Yeah, we did it. Alright. So, Battlecruiser wins quite handily. Tag England. And the Battlecruiser lost 30% HP. Okay. So now we do that, except we double everything, save for the Battlecruiser. Okay, so we've got a French fleet with 2 of these things. And they are all at least regularly trained. I wish I could get them all to veterans, but I don't think there is a command for that. Then tag England. We have the same thing, except a repulse, which costs a little bit less than the heavy cruisers. Now, I do wonder if I didn't have, let's see, fast is this one. 755, 9. Which would be just about the same as those heavy cruisers. Maybe like 300 off. Wait. Before I look extremely damn stupid, let me double check that. 500, 400... Where's it? God damn it. Minus 755, 9. 600. Okay. There we go. Basically the same cost. You're not gonna get much more out of that. Now, let's get to the battle. Okay, my pause button ain't working. So that's just great. Alright, we've got a battle that's already been going on. Awesome. Alright, hold on. No, let's just go. Let's see how we do here. Alright. Our destroyers are getting taken out, but theirs are as well. They're taking some critical damage here. Not critical, but damage. Have you taken critical hits? You guys are getting sunk. Alright, yeah. So this is expected to happen because they basically have double our attack. We are fighting back though. We'll eventually sink them. Hold on. Does it say 16? Okay. Ooh, one of them is real critically hit. Is it gonna get critically hit again? Or is the Battlecruiser gonna sink? Oh, fuck yeah! Okay, that's half of their firepower taken out. But the torpedoes are gonna do it in, aren't they? Yep. Battlecruiser sunk. Okay. So let's do... Hold on. Scientific method requires at least 3 tests, so let's get those out of the way. Okay. We're getting sunk pretty heavily. Oh, but we sunk one. Okay. Did we get a critical hit? No, we just hit with a shit ton of heavy guns. Are we gonna do it again? We did it again! Okay. Okay, and then we can just mop up, right? Because they don't stand a chance? Yes! Okay. Okay, we're talking here. We're talking here. That's one. One win, one loss. Let's go back. Okay, and now we do this again. Go away. Okay. Destroyers are roughly equal. We just sunk the Foch. And are we gonna sink that to... Yes! Okay, so 2 out of 3 wins then. That's fucking awesome. Damn. Nice. All right. All right. 2 out of 3. Let's go. So, with that out of the way, let's go back and set up test number 3. Shall we? Okay, we've got our 3rd battle here. Once again, so, okay. Last battle, we determined same IC. Okay, the Repulse here can beat 2 cruisers of the same IC. They're worth the same, so you're losing the same. The Repulse here beat out 2 of these things. That's great. If it can beat out 3 of these things, then that's even better. Because that means it can punch above its weight. Let's see if that happens. Okay. Damage split pretty evenly. Screens are doing their job for the most part here. If we can get more hits in, then we're golden. Ooh. Oh, come on. Target the Algeria. Wait, no, the Indochina. Target that. And only that. Nice! Kill it. Come on. 102. 102 over here. That's where I'm looking. Oh, target the Algeria now. Come on. Kill it. Kill it with fire. And piercing and explosions. Just do it. No. Okay. That's test 1. Doesn't happen. Test 2. Alright, let's see how this turns out. Destroyers immediately getting sunk. Come on. We can do better than this. Yes. Come on, target the Algerie. The Algerie, please. The damage just racks up. Alright, yeah. That's 2 out of 3. And the Battlecruiser got sunk. Alright. Here we go again! And let's just run through this one real quickly. What's happening here? Alright, yeah. The first battle was the best battle. Alright, so from here, we switch tacks. Alright, we switch tacks. Now, the speed doesn't seem to be helping us in retreating anymore, and it doesn't seem to be helping us really anywhere else. So, let's refit you to... We'll try the Renown mid-heavy first, because it's faster and the speed does seem to be helping us. Well, we don't really know if it's helping us, because this is all that we've done so far. So let's just refit this, and I see. Wait for the day to pass. And let it reinforce, and boom. We now have a speed of 25.5 knots. What was it? Design speed? 26.9. Yikes. Okay. Tag France. Tag France. 35.3. 35.3. Is it because they're sitting in port, or they're in the English channel? Tag England. Once again, I have no clue why. No, I want to do that. I want to do that. Is it 'cause night? Maybe. Let's get you into battle. Okay, and you 26.9. Okay. Probably because of the sea region. Let's look at this. Let's see what happens here. So we have a lot more light attack. Half of theirs. Same amount of heavy attack. Let's see if that is enough to take out their destroyers now. Because if we can take out their destroyers, and it looks like we are, we've sunk more of them than they have of us. Ooh, lots of critical hits there. If we can take out their torpedo power, then that's them done. We win. Oh, but our HP is going down fast. Alright. looks like we're doing quite a bit worse than before. And we're retreating, and nada. Okay. Did I save it? I did not. I did not save it as test 4. Test 3 is June. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, and here we are, back in the battle. Let's see if we can do more this time. We sink 5 right off the bat yet again. Can we sink even more this time? Ooh, doesn't look like it. And we run out of screens. Just like last time. And the worst part is that the most damage is coming from the heavy guns. Yep. And the Battlecruiser gets sunk. Okay. So, let's go back once again. Load up test 5. And with test 5, let's do the mid-AA variant. Not as much light attack, less speed by 8.8 knots, but we have armor. This is the speediest we're going to get with armor. So let's see if the armor does anything at all. And let's get rid of that because that doesn't work here. And that doesn't matter. I see. And the mid-heavy doesn't work either. So let's see if the Repulse new and improved armor works. And let's save that as test 5 before we do a doofus move. Once again. And there we go. Alright. We don't have as much light attack this time around, so we're probably not going to do a whole lot in terms of sinking the screening ships, but we shouldn't be taking as much damage from the heavy guns. Whereas we can deal all the damage to the heavy guns we want, and there we go. All the damage to them we want with our heavy guns. Ooh, continue targeting the Foch, please. Please continue targeting the Foch. Yes. Yes, these things have 140 HP, so that's another 60 HP worth of damage we need to be doing. Ooh. Ouch. Oof. That hurts. Yeah. And the Battlecruiser is sunk. Okay, let's try that 2 more times. Alright. Second time's the charm. Let's see. We got some pretty good hits last time, but we kept missing for whatever reason. Maybe we were doing it to the maybe our heavy attack was being distributed amongst the destroyers. We are doing worse this time. Okay. That's the entire fleet sunk. Let's try this again. Alright. And let's just run it real darn quick because this seems like it's going to be done again. Alright, yep. Battlecruiser loses. Let's try this one last time. It can punch its own weight worth of heavy cruisers. And that means that it's actually cheaper to make one of these things as opposed to the heavy cruisers. But now let's see if the heavy can shimmy in the wind for us. I see. And am I missing anything? No. I was. Let's do that. Alright, here we go. We have more armor and more light attack now. Less speed. Will our screens protect us for long enough to deal enough damage to them? And also, why? We have 17, we have 25. We are doing 22. Weird. Okay. Got some good hits here. Oof. We maintained that throughout the battle, but it's just not enough against that many destroyers. Yeah. Just not enough. Which means that the IC cost difference. So there's 3 of these, but 2 of these is the cost of one of any of these. In fact, these all cost just a little bit less than 2 of these. But 3 of these. So let's see. How much of an imbalance do we have? 490 times 3 minus Let's do Renown class fast. 6, 9, 7, 8. 5,000. So if this is the best that we can do with all of this firepower, then let's go lack of firepower all into speed, and I suppose all into anti-air as well. And then let's see if we can even out the odds with destroyers here. So let's see. They have 4090 times 3 equals plus 12 of these, right? Alright, I need to reset it. Plus 12 times 782. 782. Okay, that is not the right answer. 12 times 782 2 equals plus okay, what the hell is happening here? That plus equals this. Set that aside, get out another calculator. We have this renown, which is... nope. Let's load no, that's pointless. Let's load up this one. 6, 9, 7, 8. 6, 9, 7, 8 plus copy paste. And then to find out our imbalance, $21,565,4 minus 16,362. All right, 5,000. You know what? Let's test this out just for the heck of it. Before we move on, let's test this out just for the frickin' heck of it. And then this one, and get the radar, fire control. And whoo, okay. That really evens out the score, doesn't it? Okay. That plus 9250 equals. Oh, we still have an imbalance though. By how much? 654 minus 18. 634 by 3,000. Okay. How much was it before when we had just two? 40, 90 times 2 equals, and then we had that plus, alright, the destroyers are worth that divided by 12, 782, 782 times 8, 6256 plus 6256 equals 14,400, and then what was it? Oh, 6978 plus 6, 2, 5, 6. And 14, 4, 3, 6 minus 13, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a greater imbalance. If this wins, then we know. We know stuff. We know plenty of stuff. This isn't the speediest armor, however, perhaps we could do this. Okay. Let's do Renown class heavy. And then we'll do or not Renown class, Admiral class heavy, and then fast. And then the hood is here. Let's take her out of the, what's it called? And renown. Which one are you right now? Heavy. Just straight heavy. So let's make you the straight fast then. And then make you let's do the fast first. I see. Enabled. AI. Off. Cool. And we're gonna have to wait for it to train. Okay, let's see how the hood fares. Oh, whoops, not strike force. Capital ship. Oh, what does? War ship experience gain, chance to receive critical hits. Ooh. Okay then. Actually, let's revoke that. Sorry. We don't want that affecting the results here. How fast could we have gotten her? 26.2. This is actually more of the what did I call the renowns? mid heavy. Alright. We have plenty more heavy attack, and we have lots more light attack. So let's see how we fare. Okay, sinking more. Whoa! That was one hit! It just went straight from here, because it would have been down here if it was damaged. It went straight from here, down to here, and that's not even a critical hit? What the fuck? Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, it's gonna do it. The hood did it! Holy shit! The hood did it! Oh my god! Suck it! Suck it, all of you who said speed was king. The math. There is an imbalance. My fleet is 3,000 IC cheaper than theirs. Okay. Now you know what time it is, right? Time for France to gain another cruiser. Okay, so if this fleet wins, then it's going to be a trade imbalance of 6,000. Greater than anything that we've had thus far, pretty much. It's gonna be ridiculous. We've got 16 DDs, 1 battlecruiser, and on the other side we have 16 DDs and 4 cruisers. This is gonna be fun. Straight into battle. Let's see. Okay, no damage to the heavy cruisers. That's not looking good. That's definitely not looking good. That is. Holy shit. Holy shit! That's one! We took one of them out! Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh, but damn it. I'm gonna have to redo this, aren't I? Because the hood is pride of the fleet. She shouldn't be part of the fleet. Ooh. Any more? Come on, I want more. Give me more. No, just gonna pummel the hood to death. She did admirably, though. Get it? She's the Admiral class. See? Admiral class. She did admirable. Whatever. She did very admirably. Let's reload that and this time get rid of Prado Fleet. Alright. What does Prado Fleet do again anyway? War support, ship experience gain, chance to receive critical hit. Penalty when sunk for 30 days. Excuse me. So the only thing that would really help it in combat is the chance to receive critical hit. Oh, maybe XP gain? If it could gain it fast enough. But that didn't seem to help at last battle. Right. Whoops. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Ooh. More of that, please. More of that. Yes. More of that. I want it. Give it. I want this to work. I so very much want this to work. Come on. Oh no. Screening efficiency is down. It's gone. And I can't even take advantage of their lack. I have no torpedoes. Okay, that didn't work. And they're mopping up now. What is this for? British Raj. They want to become a puppet. Cool. Fuck off, Germany. Alright. Well, now you know. The hood can definitely punch above its weight. By at least 3,000. That's the thing that works. That's the thing that works. Definitely not what I thought it would be. Let's have one more college try. Load. I see as well. And let's take the hood and make you real deal. Alright. Save test number 9. And this is the Hood Heavy. All the heaviness. And max speed be damned. Let's go! How's she do? Heavy guns, damage 2. Ooh. Come on, keep doing that shit. Keep doing it. No. Yes, come on. I want to see cruisers die. Let's go. Look, Indochina, prime target. Hit the bastard. Poor Hood. Poor Hood. She couldn't do it, no matter who she was designed by. Let's give that one more test. Come on. The Indochina again. Come on. Take the ballsy ass ship out. Kill her. Alright. At least we know that you can punch above your weight. By at least 3,000. But, That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I would love to know your thoughts about all this. If you have any suggestions on how to make this design better, like, I've got these because I want to see the hits. Like, it's ridiculous. I want to see the hits. This is also for surface detection, but I've got the radars everywhere. I don't want... Maybe But that's just going to get us pierced. But piercing doesn't really matter, though. Does it? I mean, we see it time and time again in these battles. Let's go in again. Hold on. Forgetting to turn the AI off. Like, watch. The heavy guns are able to attack here and here. Is there a way that we can see the hit chance? I'd love to know the hit chance. What would happen if we did this? How much? Okay. So 9 to 50 minus 9975 725. Which one was it? Aha. 2189 6 plus 725 equals, and then $725. This becomes plus 725. Hmm? Two, 1, 8, 9, 6 plus 725. Copy that. Then 28872 minus. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Is there anything else we might be able to do? Nope. Alright, so anyway, back to what I was saying. The Hood's main batteries can target DDs or they can target the CAs. If they were limited to the CAs, then that'd be great. They could get hits. But how? Okay. Hoi for how fast do main batteries fire? Factors including the type of equipment, technologies, advancements made, the unit's skills, the base fire rate is often low and can be significantly increased through upgrades and research. That's not what I want. Do naval main batteries fire? In Hearts of Iron 4, heavy attack guns and light attack guns fire every hour. Torpedoes fire every 4 hours. The loading drill master trait can reduce the firing interval for torpedoes by 25% when the man the guns doctrine is active. DLC, not doctrine. Stupid AI. Naval hit chance and radar plus fire control. The extra hit chance is added to the base hit chance the gun has. For example, if the base hit chance of light batteries is 10%, a 10% increase Oh, I'm not showing this, am I? Let's do this. Make it 11%. Then calculations commence. Note that the Navy is only useful during multiplayer and no need to bust your head if you don't palm on your humbling. Okay. According to the Hearts of Iron 4 wiki. Hit chance. The base hit chance for guns and torpedoes is 10%, and the base hit chance for depth charges is 11%. If the firing ship lacks manpower or organization, their hit chances are reduced by up to 25% and by up to 50%, respectively. This is further modified by the hit profile in both the firing weapon and the target ship. Ships with lower hit profiles are harder to hit, and weapons with lower hit profiles are better at targeting. Ships with lower hit profiles are harder to hit. Okay, so if you're a small ship, like a destroyer, then you're harder to hit. And weapons with lower hit profiles are better at targeting. What does that mean? Does that mean that despite your tiny ship bobbing around in the waves, you have better hit chance? Hit profiles for subs. Hit profile, visibility, speed. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, surface visibility, surface detection. So this might actually just be an all-around better path. Because what happens here? Surface visibility goes up by 20. And the raiding fleet also gives you extra speed. So the faster you go, the lower your hit profile. Which means that you're harder to hit. Four weapon variants? Light gun, heavy gun, torpedoes, depth charge. Oh. Okay, so I can make my ship more difficult to hit. Ah, okay. This means that a weapon will suffer penalties to hit chance against a ship whose hit profile is smaller than one of the weapons. The hit chance can be modified by bad weather, torpedo expert, such as torpedo expert. Which one is that? Ah. 1936 light cruisers with 15 surface visibility and a speed of 32 knots has a ship hit profile of CA 41.7 when fired upon by another. Oh, for example, a 1936 light cruiser with 15 surface visibility and a speed of 32 knots has a ship hit profile of CA 41.7 when fired upon by another 1936 light cruiser with its light cruiser batteries with no other hit chance modifiers besides a basic fire control system. The base hit chance will be 100. Okay. And the weapon hit profile will be 45, making the final hit chance of the attack 87.9%. If the light cruiser had a minus 5% surface visibility bonus from, e.g., night fighting officer corps spirit, resulting in a surface visibility of 14.25, it would have a ship hit profile of 39.6. And so the hit chance of this attack from an enemy light cruiser would instead be 79.3. That's a rabbit hole. Okay. So how is there a way that you can make your heavy guns target selection? Ooh. Each ship with offensive weapons, i.e. not carriers and convoys, and whose weapons are on cooldown can target 3 enemy ships independently per combat hour with its depth charges / light weapons, with one with torpedoes and one with heavy guns, depending on weapon type and enemy screening. Only certain enemy groups can be targeted. Depth charges, light guns can only target the closest non-empty group, though carriers and convoys will not target enemy carriers or convoys. Heavy guns can target the first 2 non-empty groups. Torpedoes. The probability that a torpedo can target capital ships bypassing the screening group is 100% minus the enemy screening efficiency. To target ships in the carrier group, including convoys, it needs to pass an additional check of 100% minus the enemy carrier screening efficiency. Submarines will only target screens when hit set to high risk engagement rule. They will only target capitals when set to medium risk or higher. Out of the remaining valid targets, one is chosen by weighted random selection. If the firing ship is not currently running away, the enemies are weighted as follows. Numbers in parentheses for light guns. Capitals, 30 for heavy guns. Screens, 3. Submarines, 4 for depth charges. Carriers, 15. Submarines versus convoys. Yeah. Why did I have one? They don't have light guns. Non-sub versus convoy. If the target is less than full strength, up to 100% bonuses are applied to the weight. If the target is escaping, the weight is reduced by 50%. If the target is actively fighting, i.e. not waiting, a a 50% bonus is applied. The weighting is similar when the firing ship is escaping, but only considers targets that are actively fighting and always chooses the highest scoring target without randomization. The highest scoring target? Submarines are completely immune to being targeted. Weapon cooldown. The highest scoring target? So if a DD gets 100% of the damage on a destroyer and no other French destroyer has... How much HP do these things have? 40 HP worth of damage, and no other CA has 40 HP worth of damage, then the weight is going to change towards that one DD, and everything is going to want to fire at that thing a hell of a lot more. Isn't coordination supposed to help with this? Like, fleet coordination. What? Boy 4. What is fleet coordination? How well they will act to a certain situation, like which ship they should attack or when to retreat / pursue, etc. Fleet coordination is a trait of admirals. Other than admitting that it exists, the wiki page provides no additional detail. Okay. I guess it means how well there is a diminishing return for having too many ships. It's vague, but doubling your fleet doesn't double the firepower. My guess is that coordination allows for a larger fleet before penalties start. No. That's not coordination, that's positioning. I guess it means how well they will act to a certain situation, like which ship they should attack or when to retreat / pursue, etc. How well coordinated they will fight. It might affect how fast they will join as well, but I'm not sure. All of these, to be honest, it's just... He says opinion, but really he means assumption. There's a little bit of the same issue as EU4 in the galley versus heavy ship situation, in that letting the fleets butt heads against each other can theoretically yield good results for the smaller ships, but in a fight, repair, fight, repair, fight, repair sequence, the lighter ships will just bleed numbers because of the HP disparity, while the heavy ships just won't sink. My experience as smaller nations like Greece / Netherlands going up against UK / France is that the BBs will basically live forever and rack up an embarrassingly high kill count, while naval factories can't keep up with replacing the screen from the screen meat grinder that is Hoi 4 naval combat until... This is 2018! on that part, I had... From what I've seen, I don't really think combat balance is too bad. Big guns and heavy armor chew up anyone who engages with smaller ships. Yes, but that's not exactly unrealistic. Everyone wanted BBs and SHBBs for a reason. I like to see subs engage a lot faster than they currently. What happens after battle is another matter. They're talking about other things. Awesome! No one fucking knows what fleet coordination is. Great. These guys know what army coordination is, and army coordination is this. And it's fucking awesome. It means that you target a specific thing. A specific unit. What is the equivalent for generals? Let's see here. Generals. They have planning and logistics. So admirals, coordination. Gosh darn it. Fleet coordination 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 9, 7, 7, 9. Okay. Let's end the video on something fun. Let's take the destroyers off. And let's do the same for France. And let's see, let's give Hood her status back. Let's see if she can actually beat these fuckers. Can't really pierce her, can they? Okay, let's take this an hour at a time. So that we can, like, see the hits. And let's take this all the way up here. So we're closer. Whoops. probably making this much more complicated than I need to. But let's see if this works. There we go. And let's continue. Alright. We're losing some HP. Alright, there we go. Light guns, light guns, light guns. Where's the heavy attack, man? Our light guns are pummeling my organization. Alright. Let's go all out here. Let's give the Hood an Admiral. See if that helps her at this point in the battle. Oh, and we can even go even further. Aviation decisive actually. Maneuver. That's gonna be better. And then not screens. Should be it. Oh. Unfortunately, we don't have anything here. Concealment expert. Cruiser. Nope. We don't have any of that. Okay. Maybe, get some doctrines. Does that help us? Now it does. And the Hood's Rex face. Alright. That's what she needed. Yep, there we go. Cool. Oh. The Hood is re-engaging. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Alright. Have a nice night, everyone. That's fun. I would love to hear your ideas. If anyone is watching and has any. Cause I really, really want the Battlecruisers to be worth their salt. Not just roughly kind of equal. I mean, that's how many destroyers worth? That's 3, I guess? That kinda good. Have a good night, everyone. It's time to hit the sack.